20 of the 24 civil lawsuits against Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson have been confidentially settled, according to a statement released by lawyer Tony Busby. And this counts as significant news on many levels. Watson and his lawyer, Rusty Hardin, have said consistently that they wouldn't settle. That's being an admission of guilt. Watson has stressed many times, including talking to the press last week, he did nothing wrong or illegal. So settling is a reversal here for the quarterback. And as the calendar gets closer to training camp of the season, it likely means that Watson and the Browns want to know the quarterback's fate and availability sooner rather than later. NFL spokesperson Brian McCarthy said today that the news would not impact the league's discipline, and that part is true. But here's what I do believe. It expedites the timeline and how soon we get a suspension. Watson sounded tone-deaf, clueless, and frankly scary when he stressed he did nothing wrong and only apologized last week to his teammates, the Browns, and the city of Cleveland. I mean, this is a disturbing pattern of predatory behavior. A horrible look for Watson and the NFL. I think Watson should be suspended for the entire 2022 season. I think there's a chance it's going to be 8 or 10 games, but I'd go with the full season based upon the omnipresent awful behavior. Clearly, there's been something terrible going on. The settlement doesn't look good for Watson. Closure from an NFL perspective is on the horizon, and I don't think Watson should play this season. That was Brooks Koepka just 1 week ago, scolding reporters for bringing up the LIV Golf Tour before the U.S. Open. And today, Brooks is leaving the PGA Tour for LIV Golf. Wow. This is a huge deal, and I've got a lot of takes. Starting with the fact that Brooks looks like a lying clown after that soundbite last week. Koepka, of course, a 4-time major winner and a huge name in golf. Anyway, anyone wants to slice this is a huge blow for the PGA. Now, Koepka doesn't love to compete in non-majors. Historically, he's not very good on the PGA Tour with only 4 wins in the non-majors, but here's the deal. When Brooks Koepka is playing golf and in the hunt, we talk about it. He's a huge name. He equals buzz, attention, eyeballs. I think Brooks Koepka is officially the biggest affection to LIV Golf. Bryson was huge because of his style and how he plays and the love-loathe factor, and Patty Reed too. Dustin Johnson made you sit up and take notice, and DJ's a big deal. Phil is obviously the biggest name, most accomplished golfer, but let's be honest here, he's kind of become a caricature of himself, and he's up there in age, and look, no other way to frame it. Brooks, the defection, hits home. He took the money. And even with the ugly sports washing quotient, I get it. And even more, Jay Monahan and the PGA Tour misread this entire thing. Golfers aren't guaranteed money for a PGA tournament. The quest to win events is great. Lack of guaranteed money? Huge problem. The LIV Golf Tour, make no mistake, it's amateurish, okay? You shouldn't get points in the World Golf Rankings for 3 rounds. It makes no sense. These golfers, at the end of the day, they don't care. They play majors, then they play less for the rest of the year and make more money. That's their MO. The PGA not being proactive caused where we are today. Now, the PGA did make news on adjustments, more guaranteed money, more prize money, no cuts, more golf, more work in the fall. Listen, I don't think Brooks Koepka or anyone else is regretting their decision. Koepka is reportedly going to play on the LIV Golf Tour next week in Portland, Oregon. There's a 0% chance I stream it or watch. And I bet Koepka is going to be terrible, not even take it seriously. But I'm sure he's going to smile, staring at his checking account. And therein lies the all-encompassing problem. Told you Tampa was going to win last night, and I'm telling you Tampa's going to win this series. 0-2 deficit. The Lightning laugh at that, crushing Colorado 6-2 last night. Showed off their championship toughness, heart, talent, and coaching. It's the usual suspects. Stamkos, Patty Maroon, Palat, each had a goal and an assist. Kucherov, Hedman, each had a couple of assists, and the big cat stood on his head. How about our guy? Andrei Vasilevsky had 37 saves. Of course he did. How else did you think the two-time Cup champ would respond after the 7-0 pasting on Saturday night? He was just incredible. And at the end of the day, are you going to pick against Tampa at home? That would be foolish and majorly against, precedent, common sense. Lightning have won 8 straight playoff games at home. Saturday night's massacre seems as likely as getting struck by lightning. Related, the Avalanche now know how that feels. Welcome back, time to shine. Let's shine on some baseball on a Tuesday. How about my New York Yankees? First in the majors to 50 wins. And what a pulsating win this was against the Tampa Rays. Aaron Hicks is on fire, and that's kind of a big deal considering, he's been a weak link, and he delivers the goods, a triple to take the lead to win the game. And listen, the New York Yankees, fastest to 50 wins since the 2001 Mariners, who won 116 games. And the sky is the limit for the Yankees. They are clearly the World Series favorite. And I told you at the end of last night's sizzling edition of Time to Shine, Garrett Cole was a lock to be dominant and win. I didn't think he was necessarily going to have no-hit stuff, but he did. 12 strikeouts. Took a no-no into the 8th inning. I honestly thought he was going to throw it. His game, his moment, his time to shine. And here's the deal, right? There was a random loss, up 8-3, 9-game winning streak was snapped on Sunday. Blue Jays, credit them, they come back and win. You knew Garrett Cole was going to be annoyed and find a way to win the game. Anthony Rizzo gets the party started. He's been so tough, so clutch. Hits a home run to make it 1-0. And the Yankees, like the 2001 Mariners, like the 98 Yankees, have that air of invincibility. They find a way to win. When the Rays made an error, they were able to capitalize in the 7th inning. They pounce on the opposition's mistakes. I'm telling you, stop and smell the roses. Look into the crystal ball. There is something special going on with the 2022 New York Yankees. Great news for the Mets as Max Scherzer set for a rehab start tonight. The plan is to throw 60 to 70 pitches as he works his way back from an oblique injury. And listen, Scherzer is ahead of schedule. And if the Mets get Scherzer back, and there's a shot if all goes well tonight, he could be back in the Mets rotation reportedly as early as Sunday. John Heyman from the Post had that report, the New York Post. And you get Scherzer back, you get Jacob deGrom back, and all of a sudden, we're talking about the Mets and Yankees in a World Series. Now, for the sake of fairness to the Houston Astros, not out of the realm of possibility that this is, in fact, a World Series preview. I mean, the Astros have been tremendous this year. But the New York Mets especially, and we talked about it yesterday, we've talked about it at length, with the injuries to the Dodgers. And I still think the Dodgers will get it all together and go to the World Series. But with Walker Buehler hurt and Mookie Betts hurt, the Mets have a golden opportunity to ultimately have the best record in the National League, have, home field advantage in the National League in the postseason. The Mets with Buck Showalter, Steve Cohen, the owner, Billy Epler. It's a totally different feel. And if you're a Mets fan, you gotta love sports. Tonight could be a great night. Beat the Astros, big statement. They just took 3 out of 4 against Miami. And Max Scherzer coming back. Buckle up, Buttercup. I thought the best thing that happened in sports last night had to do with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Seriously. I am obsessed with Pirates rookie O'Neal Cruz. Named after one of my all-time favorite baseball players, Paul O'Neill. True story. 6'7" shortstop. He was called up by Pittsburgh yesterday, one of the best prospects in baseball, and he was awesome. The way he runs, the way he feels, the way he throws, the way he swings. Look at this play in the hole, little Jeter-esque, and look at that throw. I mean, a little mustard on the old fastball. This is intoxicating. He is great for baseball for the lowly Pittsburgh Pirates. Bobby Bonilla, Barry Bonds, Andy Van Slyke, Jim Leyland. Feels like a lifetime ago. pop star Joe, we are family. Pirates in the 70s feels like a lifetime ago. Look at some of these nuggets of domination from last night. By the way, he's 6'7". He looks like Darryl Strawberry in the batter's box, and he plays shortstop. Look at the exit velo, 96.7 miles per hour on the throw. The way he sprints to first, rounded the bases. I've seen the future. His name is O'Neal Cruz, and I'm happy for the Pittsburgh Pirates fans. Round one of the NL Central battle between the Cardinals and the Brewers went to Milwaukee last night behind a brilliant performance from Corbin Burns. Burn, baby, burn. 10 strikeouts, 7 innings. This is kind of a big deal. Cardinals have been playing so much better recently than Milwaukee. I still believe that the Brewers are the better team. The Brewers have more upside. I always talk about the Brewers' power hitting, power pitching. Last night, that power pitching was on display.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell for more videos.